So yesterday, when I was at a coffee shop trying to find inspiration to write this story, I overheard some lady saying that she thought single parenthood was harmful to children. There it is, that's my inspiration. Leave it to me to find inspiration in procrastination and eavesdropping. Classic Anna. It was really hard not to laugh because some of my best memories and the times that I'm most thankful for were when my mom was a single mother. But, having two fathers abandon their children is not harmful to children. But who's counting, right? I don't know. I survived. I'm okay. When I was in second grade, my mom sat me down and told me she needed to talk to me. And she said that Mommy and Daddy were taking a break to remember how much they loved each other. And that was that. My dad got an apartment, and he said he would be coming home soon. And the very first night that my brother and I went over to stay with him, we ate McDonald's on our bedroom floor alone while he locked himself in a room with a lady. And then he told me the next day not to tell Mom because Mom would be mad that she wasn't the lady in the room. That night we didn't sleep with a blanket. When I was in third grade, my brother started wrestling, and the next night after practice, my mom came home and said, "Your brother's coach is an asshole and we're going to go round and round in circles." It was pretty funny. The next day I went and I shook his hand after practice because that's the kind of kid that I was. And they got married a year later. She sat me down at my grandma's table and said, "So I'm dating someone." And I was like, "Okay." She said, "And you know them?" And I was like, "Well, is it Dad?" Because I thought maybe they were getting back together. I was wrong. And she was like, "No, someone a little fresher." And so I guess, my best friend's single dad, not him. Her best friend, someone that she worked with, it wasn't either of those people. And then she told me that it was Coach Byron. And I was like, "I thought he was an asshole." And she said, "Yeah, well, we get along," which I couldn't fathom at 8 years old, but he ended up being a good dad. He showed up when my dad didn't and took care of us for a while. And then we had to go visit our dad still every other weekend. And there were still all the ladies in the room, and I had to keep it a secret from all the ladies because, they don't want to know that he's fucking the other one. And I couldn't tell my mom either because, lo and behold, what he would do if I did. And so one day, I came over, and there wasn't a lady in the room, and he asked me to come stay with him because he didn't want to be alone. And I was like, okay, he has a nice bed, he has comfy pillows, why not? I sleep in a bunk bed. I don't want to sleep in the same room as my brother, he snores. And he told me that I was Daddy's girl and that he loved me and that he wanted to cuddle because he didn't want to be alone. To this day, I still hate the word daddy. When I was in 5th grade, my dad sat me down in my grandma's kitchen and asked my brother and I if it was okay to make it official that he was our dad. My brother didn't know what he was talking about because he was 6 and it just didn't comprehend in his brain. But I knew that he was asking if he could adopt us. And when I asked, he said yes. And so on July 6th, 2008, our stepdad adopted us. And he was a good dad for a while. And then my parents ended up getting separated in August of my junior year because my dad had a really bad addiction problem to Loratab and all sorts of alcohol. But we initially left not just to leave, but to show him what it would be like if he didn't get it under control. And he tried to be a good dad for a while. He really did. And then one day, he called and asked if I wanted to come over for Thanksgiving, but he didn't ask if my brother wanted to. So he said that I was welcome, but my baby brother wasn't, and that was not okay with me. Because we already had one dad just brush us under the rug and not want us anymore. So I told him that, I'm not going to come because my brother's not invited. but if you invite him, maybe I'll come over. He still never did. The last time I saw my dad was June of 2015, and I knocked on his door, and the last thing he said to me was, "Let me get the leash," because my dog was waiting there. And I said my piece and said everything I needed to say, and he didn't say anything. So what I have to say to the lady at the coffee shop is thank you for saying what you were saying to your lady friend, because to me, single parenthood was the only time I was safe. And my mom's been single for 2.5 years now, and it's the first time that I've been able to be myself. It's the first time that I've been safe from anybody. That's what she said.